Hi guys. Hey. So this presentation is about Cloud Gateway. So this is a replacement for web interface, kind of. This won't be a very technical session. That will be more the kind of session that I will explain what I'm thinking about the product and what my customer are thinking about the product. So I'm Stéphane Serriot. I'm a CTO and architect in a French contractor company in France. I have a blog on. I have 100 communities on Twitter, so you can follow me. That's me. Yeah. I need to change my avatar because I have some avatar. That's me with. I got that. This is a big horse. Very cool. This is a sheep. So quick summary. So what is Cloud Gateway? So there is two versions, Enterprise on the Express. Small flashback on the Citrix version, Citrix product. There is kind of funny stuff in there. How to set it up quickly. How to configure Cloud Gateway quickly. Some demo of the customization and the look and feel that you can get from it. A small smackdown, the web interface versus the storefront receiver. I will explain. There is Cloud Gateway, there is storefront receiver. I will explain everything. And should I stay, should I go? This will be the conclusion. So, what I won't speak about because I won't have time. So this is Cloud Gateway Enterprise. I won't go deep in there because this is on appliance. You will see what we can do with that after. Security and third-party authentication stuff. I won't go in that because it doesn't work. And then again, troubleshooting, I'm not here yet, so we won't go very deep. So first, what is Cloud Gateway? Cloud Gateway is not a product. Even if you hear the marketing guys from Citrix, they say that it's a product. It's not a product. This is a name with several products behind. So there is two versions. The Express Edition, you will find receiver storefront. That is your actual Windows Server 2008 R2, where you install receiver storefront. This is the real replacement for the web interface, plus Access Gateway. I took it from one session in Synergy because I thought it was a nice representation. So with Cloud Gateway Express, you can put it in place to replace the web interface and access Xen desktop and Xen app resources, so like the web interface, and it's free. This is the component that replaces the web interface. It's free except that you still have to pay your license for Xen. On Xen desktop there is the Express Edition, so it's free. The Enterprise Edition, there is one component more, so this is one appliance. This is a VM that you put on your hypervisor, and this is the one that will control access to all the SaaS applications, so outside of your company. The same kind of, this one, Enterprise Edition is not free, so the same kind of diagram. There is all the component, and you have to pay for access to the platform license in here. Per user. I don't have the price. Microphone. It's really quiet.
No, you just on.
On.
This voice control. Yeah, please higher.
Sorry about that noise. Okay, so you can hear me?
Yes.
I look a bit funny with that. You can see it in my hair, no? So that's fine. So Enterprise Edition. It's Cloud Gateway Enterprise, so you have to pay in there on there, okay? So this is a matrix that I found on Citrix website. You can find it easily. This is about the Cloud Gateway 1 or 1.2. So this is a quick feature. You can look around. I'll leave it a few seconds. You can see, of course, the difference. Difference will be around the app controller, okay, to give access to SaaS applications. Okay, so small architecture, I will say this is very simple. So this is Cloud Gateway 1.2. So you find the components of the storefront services. That is storefront receiver, the replacement for the web interface, web answers with app controller. So this is the appliance I talked you about, and the access with the storefront service to Xen app and Xen desktop resources. With everything you can of course add access gateway to secure the communication. For the next version that have been announced in Synergy, there will be two more components in that. The data on the mobile, so this will be accessed with everything that is ShareFile related. I didn't spoke that much about that, but I think in fact that will be one piece. Everything will be in the appliance, the app controller. Because I was thinking as well that there was this appliance, another appliance for that, another appliance for that, but everything will be in one appliance. Yeah, so this is I wanted to make like this is a symbolic architecture. I wanted to do it, but I browsed the documentation and I found that this one was very nice and cool, so I didn't do the work 2 times. I will just describe the component in there. So you have the two receivers storefront, so the real replacement for the web interface. So this is Windows Server. Now you have the database. You need the database to make everything work. The app controller, so this is the appliance. A load balancing method, so this is exactly the same with the web interface. If you want to make a high availability of your front web, you need to either use Netscaler, another load balancer F5, or then doing Microsoft. It doesn't change. On Access Gateway. So what is it? Cloud Gateway. So as I told you, this is a name with product behind. There is a new kind of architecture bringing. This is not a new architecture, this is something different because before we had a web interface, we just had a web interface, we had nothing else, we didn't need nothing else. Now we need a database. So you can install a database on the same server, but you won't be able to use several storefront receiver server. You need to, if you want to install several storefront receiver server, you need to have an external database integration, and this database this is not Oracle, or you can actually see Microsoft SQL. So this is the name. Receiver storefront is a replacement for the web interface. Cloud Gateway is not a replacement for the web interface. Receiver storefront is. Cloud Gateway is free, almost, because you still have to pay your app license, and the Enterprise Edition is not free. This is a per-user license. So I wanted to make like a link to Citrix guide that are going through all the names, the branding, rebranding, and the change, because it was funny. So at first we had Xen app. Xen app is a good example. We begin with WinFrame. There was some other name before. I just took my own experience, so I knew WinFrame, MetaFrame, and there is some missing because there is MetaFrame 1.0, 1.8, MetaFrame XP, MetaFrame Presentation Server.
Presentation server. And then there's presentation server without the metaframe.
Yeah, there is a lot. What did you say?
WinCenter.
Yeah, WinCenter. Yeah. But I said that I just put what I know, what I use. On the line, yeah, it's not fit on the line. So it's an app, cloud app, so I just imagined something. After we had some, the desktop was quite okay. There is just the number that changed. So it's not too difficult to go through. Versioning server, so this was updated before, but since it's Citrix, it doesn't change that much. Password manager, we have a little change in there.
Send desktop had another name as well. It was desktop server at first.
At first?
Yeah.
Good to know. So we'll update that. Infuse. So this is funny part.
Infuse Enterprise, right?
Yeah. There is a lot. There is a several Infuse. Infuse a web interface. So now we have Cloud Gateway.
Project Columbia.
Yeah.
It's time to retire, right?
What about the clients?
Then we have to move to Greece.
Quick link. That It was
Yeah.
It was ugly. It was ugly. Okay, that one.
Still ugly.
Still ugly. At this time it was.
You could make it go pink really easy though.
The blue one, so we have the blue pen.
Still ugly.
Blue, black. On the other we have, no, we have that.
The black one. Black one.
So this is
The car is blue.
Oh no, we have that. I don't know, you can see that it's green with bubble. So now we have this kind of interface like you want to touch the icon or move it everywhere. That's true. So web interface versus storefront receiver. So first, I want to make a quick compare. So the first thing that we will check is the administration console. So this is a classic web interface console administration. You know it. This is what we will have now. So this is like for the one that are installing the recent Citrix product. This is almost all the same as Xen Desktop now. So everything is you have the main center menu on the right. Okay, so now I need to compare the front web. So this is a login page for web interface, login page for receiver, application list for the web interface, and application list for storefront receiver. I took this table. I asked Thomas if I could use it for a presentation, so he agreed, and I completed it. As you can see, there is a lot of features missing from the storefront receiver, and this is very interesting because Citrix put on the market one product. They thought that it will be adopted very fast, but some of these features will not be adoption. I take a quick example. This is the Java client fallback. Some clients really need this feature. If it's not done or it's not integrated, they won't adopt a storefront receiver.
But it's being replaced by HTML5.
Yeah, so last week, the announcement, I will comment it. Yeah. But there is the HTML5, so yes, it will be replaced. But there is some other component, this one. This is very difficult to have Citrix to explain what is going on with this feature. You have password authentication with the receiver for Windows. Okay, so when you are in like a PN agent, this is you can make a single sign-on. But if you want to use single sign-on with storefront receiver web, so this is a web page, it doesn't work. It doesn't exist, and you cannot do it. You cannot open your Windows session, open your web page, and that it's log automatically. It doesn't work. So when I have asked when it will be implemented, they don't know yet. So it's a major point for me. It will block the adoption on some of my customer places. So there is, of course, you can launch the application. You cannot launch this. One thing I found weird too. This is the possibility to restart your desktop. It's not supported on storefront receiver, so it's a bit difficult. Data share file will be supported in the version. We see that after. So there is a lot of features that haven't been moved to storefront receiver yet. So last week in the Synergy, they announced a new version of Citrix Cloud Gateway 2 with a new version of storefront receiver. So there is some change. They didn't talk a lot about all the features in detail. They just made the announcement about HTML5, share file integration, and some other things, space-based workstation. Yeah. So there are still a lot of features missing, but as you notice, the Java client fallback, it could have been a blocking point. It can be replaced by the HTML5 support. I will make the presentation available so you will have the features. And I will complete it because it moved a lot. And when the product will be out in July, then this is what I will announce. I will maintain this list because I need it in my company, because we need to know what we will do, how we can move. Wait for version 3. So this is the point that I noticed. This is the important point for me. There is no SDK for the storefront receiver. I need SDK because we need to make an automation of the deployment, and it's not possible today. You cannot make an automation. You can make a silent install, you cannot make a silent configuration. There is no way.
But web interface stops next year.
Yeah.
So this
So they are going to do everything.
where does it start settings? Is there some kind of config file which you could
No,
place?
segment database.
So you could theoretically inject data into the database? Theoretically,
Yeah.
A lot of it. A lot of the stuff.
You can
write
write
something
that
and you can be a millionaire.
No, I'm manager. If you want to talk to help, I'm your manager. That's time, so those two ask us with the fast weekend. Manager.
Thanks.
I'm not sure about the database because when you add a second storefront receiver, you can add like a farm of storefront receiver. You need to establish a kind of a synchronization between them. I don't think the database because you wouldn't need to synchronize. I think there is file as well.
Yeah. The database is only for the follow me apps.
Yeah, and follow me apps. Yeah. The application administrator that needs to install the application that you choose to add to your interface. Yeah, I think Teams support. So this is something that we are looking for a long time, but it might come, maybe not. So this is same as with the interface. I told you if you want to make a high availability solution, you use the same mechanism. So this is a load balancer external, so SQL, F5, MLB. Now an external database is required, so it changes a lot of. We were used to just put one server in there, one VM. Now we need a database. So that's not the same kind of deal. When you build just one server, you're okay with everyone, it's simple, you can't run yourself, you install it, and it's working. Now you have to work with the DBA team, so it takes a lot of time, you need to plan things. So this is resource subscription database, this is what you were telling just before. This is the database is here to retain the application that you selected, depending your location on your device. It means that if you are on your network, local network, you have you just choose to add a certain amount of your application, like 10 or 20, whatever. And if you're outside, you access through Access Gateway or whatever. You just choose to have one or two applications because the other one you don't need it. You cannot work with your iPad or I don't know. And so every time you will access from outside, you will have just your application, and from inside, all your application. It depends on your application. And most of the things are planned to move, so this is what Citrix is saying, but we don't know when. But when interface will be stopped next year.
But still support is still 2015, I think so.
Yeah, 2015. So quickly, who already installed Cloud Gateway or receiver storefront? Okay, so you won't have an issue. But I will do it because if you will see the installation process, so you don't need to do it on your side, or that will save you some time if you just curious about that. So there is some consideration. Internet Explorer 8, at least 32 Mozilla, Google Chrome, Safari 5, I should have put that one off because there is two versions of storefront receiver. There is a 1.1 and 1.2. If you try to update your web interface with the 1.1, you would have broke everything. No web interface, no storefront receiver. Now the 1.2 have been realized and it's working, so you can install a storefront receiver on the web interface. It will work, but don't do it in production.
But the biggest one is the Internet Explorer minimum requirement, because I have a lot of customers that have thin clients that have Internet Explorer 6. It won't work.
It doesn't work with Internet Explorer 7.
So we need to upgrade the thin clients just to keep.
Yeah, this is really Internet Explorer 8 at least. I have tried with Internet Explorer 7, it doesn't work.
No, I know.
There is some tweak in the file that you can do in there because they might block the mechanism.
Yeah, exactly.
The database. This is SQL 2008 R2. You need to have receiver for Windows 3 at least. Receiver for Mac, this is 1.11.4, so this is the last version. Receiver for Chromebook, this is 1, I don't think that we have the version. Linux Ware, and metaframing speed is no more supported, so you cannot pause your metaframing speed file. So the installation process, quickly. So you need to install. Oh, that's okay. You click. Let me say that you accept. Next, it installs the role. Install. Finish. So this is the installation. It's quite easy. And this is next. Okay. Finish. To make an Anatoly installation, this is very, very technical. That's one. Setup is over, and the ship is still there. So how to configure quickly? So all the Citrix products now are divided in two parts during the installations. You installation a base, and after you can set it up. So I will go through now step-by-step configuration process. If you plan to use an external database, so if you plan to make more than one storefront receiver installation, you really need to read the tracking manual. Because if you just do your installation and thinking that you will use the external database, it will work during installation, but your application that you will select to add on your website won't be saved, because there is a right to give to the server that are hosting the storefront receiver, and there is some script, that SQL script to inject manually in the database. So you really need to go in there and follow the guide step by step. I'm not a DBA guy, so it took me some time to understand everything. But you really need to read the manual before. Configuration, there is no SDK yet, so you cannot make a silent setup, silent configuration. I'm waiting for this one a lot. There is no PowerShell snapping to automate the setup, so there is nothing there. No SSO for the start control, this one will be sad, so that's why I added it there. How to configure, so quickly. So this is the main interface when you launch it. So this was what I told you. So now you have 3 steps. Deploy single server, so it's great because I didn't install the SQL Express on the machine, so this is not a single instance installation. I chose to deploy multiple server group. So if you install the SQL Express on the same machine, this one will just deactivate it automatically. So I'm going with the second one. Database, classic, to test the connection, it works. After you have 3 steps. You must set up an authentication part. The store is your kind of collection, so you can make one store for Xenap, one store for Xenap, one store for your application, your SaaS application used by app controller. And you can create or not the receiver for web, so the actual web page to launch your application. So first part, create service. Three ways to configure it. So this is very straightforward configuration. Create, and that's it. Yep.
So you said the second point is domain pass-through. Did you say pass-through doesn't work?
It's for the receiver. So this is like pay in agent mode. That's working for me. So it's not working for the web. So you can create your store. So this is again very, very simple. So you add your Xenap server, for example, at Pato. The only thing that is a bit annoying in this wizard that you can add only one server after the creation finish. So if you want to add more server, because you have more server in your farm, or you have several farms, you want to add Zen desktop and Xenap farm, you need to go back in the configuration in the main menu in there and add your server. You cannot add at the initial setup. And after you can create or not the front web interface. So this is the one here. Once you create it, it's going very fast, just one screen and it's finished. Okay. So once you have done the initial configuration, you have this panel with everything in there. So as I told you, if you want to add some more store, you need to go in there and set it up. there is a special menu for the gateway and the beacon. The beacon is, I didn't catch it at first because the beacon is a word I don't know in French. But it's used to determine if you are inside or outside of your network. It consists, you just put one URL on your local network, so for example, one local server, your intranet server, and you put Google for, so when you connect to your storefront receiver, it will check the internal URL, the external URL, and it will be able to recognize if you are inside or outside of the company. So this is the setup. Now you can customize a bit the interface because it's green with bubble. So when you arrive in a company with something quite dark, I know in the bank and insurance they don't have black on dark things. So with web interface 5, that was very dark. So we have to customize it straight away. To customize, there is no tools. There is nothing. You cannot do like we were used to do with web interface. You cannot go in the administrative tool to administrative console to customize something. You need to go to replace some file, to change some CSS file and some HTML code. I have few links at the end because actually 2 or 3 days ago, one guy posted one cool blog article about that on Citrix blog on made another one. So I already. So I will show you my web interface. So at the originally it's green with bubble. Let me just show you mine. Yeah. So this is my access gateway. So I will log on, and after log on, I will be directed to the storefront receiver.
Is it customized?
Michael.
Yeah, that is customized, but this is access gateway, so this is very easy to configure, to customize access gateway. You go in your login point, and you customize it, just upload one image and change some fonts. So this is very slow, sorry. I'm not using Citrix, I'm on my laptop.
It's an app.
Here we are. Oh, there is two.
Great start.
Good one. So if you see the URL passed by the access gateway, there is actually the name of my storefront receiver on the store. So I couldn't customize this one because I don't know how to do it, and this is one GIF file, so I cannot customize it. I just if you want to customize it, you need to replace it. So the article I saw last week explained how to change this little bar, the color, the background, the color of the font in there, and the content, the text. So that's it. I have my application. I didn't change the color of the font in there. It's a bit too white. So this is it. And there is some, you can move that. This is the storefront receiver. For the one that haven't seen it yet, there is I have a controller actually in my lab, so I have all this application I can access through the app controller. So I have enterprise edition at my desk. So, my demo works, so the ship is still there. If the demo doesn't work, I have the backup. So that's it. On this one, I have to customize the font, it's a bit more clear. So, here we are. So the question is, should I stay or should I go? I won't sing this one, but should I stay or should I go? So there is an obvious answer, I guess. I try to. I have many points to list why you should go away, why you should. So I just make a list of the main points for me. There is many, and it depends of each customer, and depends of your the possibilities of the user, and it depends of many things. So yes, you can plan to change and migrate if your pen agent is your client to receiver. If you plan to migrate your pen agent, actual pen agent to receiver, that will make one change, and one big change. You want to make a migration of your receiver, and after a migration of your front web. If you want to make one change, you have to make a big change. That change management, that will avoid two big changes, because changing the PN agent icon on the title is, I think it's a very big deal company, because you will go from the round blue icon to the square black one. It's a big change for user. No. If you are using, yes, if you are using only as a PN agent class, it means that if you are just using PN agent today, you can change the backend because the icon will still be presented to your user, so they won't see any change on that. So if you have, I have some customers that just use the PN agent feature of the web interface. So I can just come in and say, okay, so I have to start with receiver. You will be ready for what's coming next, but you won't see any difference.
How about the smart card support?
Sorry?
How about the smart card support? Let's say if I was authenticated with smart cards.
It's not supported.
It's not supported yet.
That's why you will see a change if you were using smart card.
Of course. So I just, PN agent, I don't say smart card on everything. Yes, you need to install if you want to show off a bit. That is cool. You can move the application, you can add Citrix, and I don't have the same application, but I can install it on outside, so it's free. I can customize it a bit, so yes. No, if you're using the web interface and you don't plan to migrate to a Citrix client yet, this is the opposite of that. So if you are not ready to make the two change, I think you should wait to make the change, because that will make too major change. I don't think it's very wise to in large company as well, at least. No, if one of the features that you really need to implement is not here, like the Java fallback client was a very major blocking point. HTML5 with, I think, leverage this one, but
so it's no.
Okay, so I missed one, but that was the Java client. So, in the end, should you move forward to Cloud Gateway? So I try to find the best answer. This is yes or no. So it depends really.
It depends.
Yeah, it depends. Yeah.
It
It depends of your customer, and it depends of the need, of course. And I'm near the end, I'm right on time. So I made a quick list of the resources. That was the two blogs that are very recent, and it's a very good one. And Citrix took this link back, so that's it. If you have any question, don't ask me about the ship.